Welcome to Verbal Pick Radio, where we give you a verbal image of life, and we are everyday people. Prairie View, A&M, word from the street is a white female who wasn't getting the playing time that she thought she should have been getting. Put on blackface. And for those of you who are not familiar with blackface, blackface is where you had Jewish actors going all the way back to the movie A Birth of a Nation, which was done in the early 1900s, where they put on blackface, play a black person. They were the ones who started the feeble-minded Mammy and the buck eyes, and because they were making fun of black people. And they created those characters, meaning they wrote in the attributes and they wrote in how the character should behave and look for white people. So they put on blackface and buck their eyes out and, do all of the things that they brought that into existence. So when you see a black person that's, I guess what they say, buck dancing or jiving and whatnot, that came from white actors portraying black people who created the narrative that that's how black people act. Then by watching that on television, some blacks were like, if I can get a job acting, if white folks can make money acting like me, then I could make the money portraying my damn self. We're going to put it like that. So back to Prairie View A&M. She posted herself in blackface because she said that she wanted to fit in. Now this is Yakub's technology that she might not even be aware of that she's doing it, because it's embedded within her DNA code. I am painting myself in blackface so I can fit in with the black population at Prairie View A&M. But we all know if you're a white female, you can be 95 pounds up to, 500 pounds. And black folks will love you simply because you're white. You know that a black man will take you just because you're white. We still have people with that mindset in the black community today. So I don't know who she's fooling, but that's a form of technology. Play the victim, or call it reverse discrimination, or saying I want to fit in with black people so bad that I have to change my skin tone and maybe they will accept me as I am. When have you had black people in this society not accept white people for who they are? You could not see white people for 4 years Then when the next presidential election comes up, you'll start seeing them in the church. And nobody black will say, hey man, we don't even see you around the community. Where you been? What are you talking about? You know what they're gonna say? Come on in. That's all. Come. Glad to see you. How you doing? I don't know who she's trying to fool. But believe you me, you'll have, unless, I take that back, unless all of the Toms all of the black people who don't have love for themselves or who needs white approval, or the blacks who needs to be accepted by white people. Because you have some who feel as though my arrival in America, my ship has come in when I'm brought into the fold or white people have accepted me. Because we dealing with mindsets, and it's a healing process in order to get to the goal of oneness, unification in America. In order to get to the goal of we all are one, we are the world, where we can all get along, we have to deal with the psychology of racism in the minds of white people. Meaning, whites would have to understand the origin of your thinking when it comes to black people and where did it come from. Meaning you just didn't wake up one day and say, ooh, I hate black people. That was taught. And who taught it and what purpose were you taught that? And do you understand? Do you understand the fact that the time for that is up, and it's overstaying its welcome? But did it serve a purpose? We got to get into the purpose that it served and why it was initiated. But now the ball is in your court on how you will survive this thing, or let's say, have you come into a certain level or degree of understanding to where you can say the old things are gone away, old mindset that you're holding on to that won't allow you to see or view into a glorious future because you're tied to a wretched past. That's why the Star Spangled Banner, it says, a rich like me. A rich like you was able, meaning from where he came from where his origin, his beginning was, up into a position of having a country of his own. A rich like me, coming from the very, very bottom to being able to say I'm a statesman. A rich like me, coming from a cave to being able to say I can stand under a flag from coming from nothing to being able to claim a status was a big thing. But the problem was the aggressive mindset that came along with the shaping and foundation of this country. That's where the problem lies. Or that's where Houston, we have a problem. Let's put it like that. That aggressive kill or be killed, conquer or be conquered, it doesn't leave any room for dialogue of, can we agree to disagree? Can we negotiate on terms? Can you see my existence as being valuable? Or do you see your existence as the only value and everyone else is in your way? Because not only did you come out the caves and you just wanted to conquer a section of the planet, greed would kick in and say, I want the whole damn thing. I don't just want a section, or maybe it's a subtle fear of I might return to that small cave space. So in order to stretch out my oats, I need it all. I need the money, I need the wealth, I need everything. That's a mindset. Because those who've been on the planet understands that the universe always produces and it never stops producing. Now back to Prairie View and the black face and the white female. There will be an obsession with blackness by white people because it's a new territory. It's a new experience for white people. Meaning they want to study black people. Meaning they'd like to, for instance, let's say melanin. See, you, instead of saying, okay, let's study this melanin. Let's study black people. Oh no, not let's say, no, what's being said is we are and they are studying black people. But we have to do it in a way to where they don't know that it's about them. But what they fail to realize is more and more understand or know what's going on. It's not a secret anymore. People know what's going on. Hey, Bobby Hemmett broke down the movies where you see, whenever you see the demon or the blackness coming at white people, that's melanin, or that's how they feel. It's two sides to that coin. Let's put it that way. One side is, how is it to have melanated blood in a white person? Even though it will become a mulatto, they want to act it out without being a mulatto, but as the white person, and now they got superhuman strength because they running faster, they jumping faster, they stronger, so they would do that as form of some alien, which is the black person, who injected them with their blood. And it always would look like black ink. And all of a sudden, the person, some they say get ill, some superpowers, some, and when they say they ill, they saying it's overwhelming them till they can't handle it themselves. The other side of the coin is I don't want to be abducted or injected by that melanin. So the fact is I don't want to be injected with the melanin because I want to keep what they deem as purity of my or they Caucasian selves. They don't want the melanin. So you have some who wants the experience, and you have those who do not want the experience, and they fight amongst themselves. They have to understand. That's why you will see in the Bible where it says, "I am that I am." So don't hate on me. Basically, is was the theme back then. You know, I am that I am. So don't hate on the way the Creator created me. Then on the black side, who have been taught to hate themselves so much that they don't understand the science of the vitamin D and the healing powers and properties of the sun. They don't want the sun because they don't want to get darker. So they missing out on God's gift. I am that I am. In a good way. So we're gonna keep on these morning cruises, communicating with you all on different topics. Some topics may be hard to discuss. I can understand that. But nonetheless, it needs to be discussed. And that's the purpose. That's the point of the matter. Discuss the topic. That's the bigger issue. Don't worry about the rest. Just discuss the topics and let it fall where it may, because even in the theater of war, you have both sides who will come to the negotiating table or the bargaining table and see what we can iron out. And that's what it's all about. So, everybody, you have to understand the mind of Farrakhan, Elijah Muhammad, and Master Farad Muhammad. That is a study of studies. Believe me. Cold Black Verbal Pick Radio, where we give you a verbal image of life. Check it out. Check it out, and we're out. Oh, yeah, hold on. Shout out to my boy Derek Tate. Shout out to the Low Key, Robert Vader, Kunda. What's up, Red? All the South Lee, Malma there. Shout out to my partners. We're going to do a show on, I just reunited with partners since before I even went to elementary school. We all stayed on the same block on Malma there, 5600 block. It's definitely going down H-Town. We got something in the works, but I'm keeping it under wraps till we in the thick of the thing, and then I can say, okay, this is what's going down, and be on the lookout for it. But it's in the beginning stages, you know. But it's gonna be my first project, but it's gonna be a good one. And we out.